The pass, the hockey assists, the pass that sets up the scoring pass, and then defensively, guys, like you said, scrapping, getting on the floor, diving on the floor, 50-50 balls, whether it's Dennis, Rui, all of them, Austin, Vando, just doing the dirty work. Guys are really competing, and because they know what they're representing. They know the history of the franchise that they're representing. They know how everyone in that building is highly competitive, within each department. And, as coaches, that's what we preach. That's what we've been preaching since day one: competitiveness, togetherness, and accountability. So you saw that. That was all on full display tonight, and I expect it to continue and become even greater.
All right, that's Lakers head coach Darvin Ham right there. We come back with a quick commercial break. We'll get a chance to hear from Lonnie Walker. Lonnie Walker, 20 points tonight, 7 of 12 from the field, played 24 minutes. I love that coach went out of his way to talk about his professionalism as well and being ready. That's all you can ask for from one of your players that has really rode the pine here for the last, seems like, couple of months or so. Lonnie Walker, when we come back. Stay right here. This is the Pizza Hut Lakers postgame show on 710 ESPN.
Bigger deal. $13.99 Big New Yorker only at PizzaHut.com.
Hi, this is Anthony Davis of your Los Angeles Lakers.
Hi, it's LeBron. The Lakers play here.
It's time for Lakers Postgame with Sliwa.
Now, here's Alan Sliwa.
Points of the Paint all season long is sponsored by Vista Paint. Right now, local residents can take 40% off on Factory Direct. high-quality Vista Paint products. A Vista Paint team member will show you how. Locally owned, manufactured, and operated since 1956. Visit VistaPaint.com and start saving. Points in the paint tonight. Lakers get the advantage there, 54-48. They win the game, 116-111. They pass the Oklahoma City Thunder in the standings and now have the tiebreaker as well. Latest on the standings, if you're curious, Lakers sitting in 8th place now. Now, they got the same record as the Minnesota Timberwolves. Both teams sitting at 37-37, but Minnesota has a tiebreaker on the Lakers, so I'm just going to keep saying they're in 8th basically because of that. But they have the exact same record as the Timberwolves. They're a game and a half behind the Golden State Warriors, who are 39-36. Warriors had a big win tonight, too. They beat Philly earlier. And then the Suns kind of dropped a few games here as well, only have a 1.5 game lead on the Lakers as well. So still a lot can happen here. I mean, whether that's being a part of the 7 through 10 and where you end up, or who knows, maybe you become part of that top 6 and you could potentially just completely avoid the play-in tournament. That's not out of the question here. Now, there's only 8 games left, and like I said, Warriors are playing good ball. I think the Suns get KD back on Wednesday, so you can expect them to start winning. Clippers 39-35. They've been winning some games, so we'll see how things shape up here as we get through the final few games. Ken in Newport Beach. Ken, what's going on?
Hey, Alan. You could probably hear my voice doesn't sound too good because I was yelling at the Laker game. Get the ball to AD, stop shooting threes. You went through one of the biggest upsets ever with San Diego and Alabama, and then came and watched this great game, and you're still talking. How in the world can you do that?
It's a good night tonight, Ken. Tonight, I appreciate you calling in. Tonight's a good night. You're not kidding there. I was, but right before the pregame show started, up until I think 5:57 is when the game ended for San Diego State beating Alabama, and then we walked right into the pregame. It's like I already knew. I already knew Lakers were going to win tonight. I was going to get both teams to make it happen. Really a big one for San Diego State, or I'm sorry, big one for the Los Angeles Lakers. And I know sometimes we look at how the team plays and we're very critical and we have unrealistic expectations. And the franchise has won 17 championships, and they won a championship 2.5 years ago, and we make it sound like it was 22.5 years ago. They had to get this win. It didn't have to be pretty. It didn't have to be perfect, but you had to walk away with a win tonight, and they did. That is 3 in a row. And it is a chance against the Chicago Bulls to go 4-1 on this 5-game homestand. That says something. And the rest of their schedule, it's not like it's the toughest schedule out there. They always have, we always look at Tankathon. Tankathon does really actually pretty genius what they do. They have the strength of schedule left. Lakers have the 26th toughest schedule left in the NBA. And that's because they got games against the Rockets, 2 against the Jazz, who look like they're starting to tank. Chicago Bulls, you got 2 games left. Now, Chicago's got something to play for, but that at least plays a little bit to the Lakers' advantage. Lonnie Walker was big tonight. He had an opportunity, and he took full advantage of it. He had 20 points. Here's Lonnie Walker on the Lakers' win over the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Lonnie, after the game, we all saw AD talking with you. Can you share what he said with you, and what did that mean to you that moment to have that conversation with him?
Just, being professional, staying ready, and locking in. Today was a big game as far as, being par 500. So, he gave me my flowers for, being ready and understanding that, it's not easy, and that's something that I'm going to take to the heart. I would say that these last few weeks have been up and down. I had my times where I haven't really been myself, where I've been down. So, I'm very blessed and honored to be given the opportunity and play to the best of my capability.
Well, a lot of you mentioned it was a big moment for the team, finally getting a chance to get to 500. D'Lo's out against a team that's the same record as you coming into it, and you get an opportunity and you play aggressive but not outside of the team structure. What allowed you to have that kind of control of your game and your approach?
Just growth. Watching film day in and day out, seeing what AR is doing, Malik is doing, D'Lo's doing, watching other guards, seeing what's beneficial on the court for the team and doing what's best for the team. and most importantly, just keeping the confidence. You know, that's something that I've been kept in and honing in on, is just understanding my value and the type of player that I'm capable of doing. You know, I'm 24 years old. I'm only growing, and you know, the best is yet to come.
Lonnie, when AD starts, not just the scoring, but the way he was scoring, I mean, 3 dunks in the first quarter, really being physical, really going after the boards against his team. What effect do you think that had on the bench, and did it affect your mindset when you check in the first quarter, seeing AD get out to that start?
Absolutely. You know, watching what he's doing, it only makes you want to play harder, work harder, and get that win for him. You know, this is his team, this is his organization, and when he's ready, we're ready. You know, and we got his back. So to see him do what he do, you know, us bench players, we were excited. You know, we were ready to go, and we finished off with the win. I believe the bench scored about 40 points this game. So, you know, he for sure inspired and motivated us.
Lonnie, they had that sequence where they cut it. I think they tied it at 105. What did you see with the closing group that you guys were able to kind of distance yourselves late? Like, what did you feel like was the difference there?
AD. You know, that's really the end-all, be-all when you have someone with that level of talent, a future Hall of Famer. It's really up to him to make the smart reads and the smart plays. You know, every single time he's touching the ball, they're going to double-team him immediately. So there's going to be one man open, whether it's slashing to the basket or being open in the corner side and being ready to catch and shoot. I just think that we played smart. You know, we played the right way. We did what we were supposed to do. And defensively, we rebounded and played hard.
Hey, Lonnie, what do you think has helped foster the chemistry with the bench, even just through all the different lineups and injuries throughout the season?
I would say just the togetherness off the court. You know, we haven't really known each other for too long, but when we're at the facility or on the road, you know, a lot of us are hanging out with each other, going out to eat, hanging out with each other, watching TV, whatever it so be. And I think that is the main cue of it all. Being comfortable with your teammates. Off the court, it only transitions on the court to be able to play and have fun, and watching everyone eat together. It puts a smile on your face to watch other people accomplish and achieve things as well.
Man, it's great to hear from Lonnie Walker. Honestly, it really, really is nice to hear from him. It's been a while since we have, and for him to have a night like this, true professional, right? True professional is somebody that, just using it from a sports perspective, you know, your number is not being called. So instead of just kind of whining and complaining, you're just ready for when it does get called. And maybe that's going to give you some opportunities down the road. I'll tell you what, I'd be shocked if we don't see Lonnie Walker's number called more over these final 8 games. I'd be shocked if maybe potentially we're in the play-in tournament or at some point in the playoffs and Lonnie Walker doesn't have a big play or a big moment or a big quarter. He had a nice one tonight, and there was a lot of moments that he came through for the Lakers when they needed it most. Okay, Austin Reaves. Let's take a quick listen to Austin. Reaves, 11 points, 9 assists, 6 rebounds. Did struggle from the field, just 3 of 12. But Reaves had some help tonight. It wasn't all on his back. Here's AR-15.
Austin, got to talk about AD. 37 points, 15 rebounds, driven from the start all the way to the finish. What would you see out there from him tonight?
Like you said, from the get-go, he was, being ultra aggressive, and, that's what we wanted from him, every game. We want him to do that because, talent-wise, he's, second to none. But great performance.
And Lonnie didn't play the last 3 games. Gets plugged in tonight, 20 points. Got to like that effort.
Oh, no, that's super impressive. It's not easy to do. For him to stay locked in and, stay prepared, pay attention to details, like you said, not playing the last 3 is super impressive. So, shout out to him for that performance. Without him, we probably don't win that game.
You guys are back to 500. It's not, what you want to be. It's not what this franchise celebrates, but it's been over 400 days since that last happened.
Yeah, I mean, what was it last year? Probably like 20 and 20, 25 and 25. But like you said, that's not really where we want to be. But it is the reality of what we're in. So we take it game by game. Hopefully we can build on this and moving forward.
Austin, I remember you saying, I think when you guys were 2-8 and 2-10, I feel like the team is better than this. I feel like we're just kind of grinding uphill.
Shut up, bro. Shut up. Sorry.
Lee Beasley providing some commentary.
Reflect what I think we can accomplish. And I know the roster's changed, but what do you think has been the biggest change since that grinding start? And what mentality does this team have now that they couldn't have had back then?
Yeah, I mean, obviously the first of the year, it was still a really new team to each other. So, when we were, I think, 2-10 at one point, we were trying to grind out wins and figure out how to close games and stuff like that. But we just grinded through all that. Obviously, like you said, the roster's different. I feel like we kind of filled voids that we had before that. So, the mentality is go out and win every game. We feel like we have the guys in the locker room, the potential, the ability to go win every game. So that's really the mindset.
All right, that's Austin Reaves right there. Lakers back at 500, 37-37. Mavs lost today. Utah lost today. Portland lost today. So the Lakers have climbed all the way up to number 8, and it seems like over these last 8 games, there's some opportunity here to do some more damage. Let's put it this way. If you're going to be in the play-in tournament, do everything you can to get to number 7. That way you have a double elimination, and they both be here at Crypto. You don't have to travel or anything. Right now, the Timberwolves are sitting at the number 7 spot, but a week from today, Lakers get a chance against the Timberwolves in Minnesota. Okay, we come back. Anthony Davis will break down his thoughts on the game. AD tonight was fantastic, 37-14. Stay right here. Pizza Hut Lakers postgame show on 710 ESPN.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877.
Postgame show. Highlights. highlights from tonight's Lakers game and your reaction on the Lakers line. The Los Angeles Lakers on 710 ESPN.
Presented by Pizza Hut.
Big is back. It's bigger, it's cheesier. The Big New Yorker from Pizza Hut. Pizza Hut. Big pizza, bigger deal.
Big New Yorker only at pizzahut.com.
Once again,
Here's Alan Sliwa.
116-111 the final score. Lakers over the Thunder. They're 37-37. Dennis Schroder tonight. He had, by the way, he had a couple moments where Crypto.com just basically gave him a stand to know just with his hustle and everything that he brings to the table. 21 points, 6 assists for him, 8 of 14 from the field. 37 minutes for Dennis Schroder, finding out that D'Angelo, a late scratch in tonight's game. Talk about 37 minutes. No real surprise or a shock. This is what Schroder does. Let's take a quick listen to Dennis Schroder before we get to Anthony Davis. Here's Dennis Schroder.
Dennis, you guys are finally back to 500. You started off 2-10. If you think about the grind, the last few months to get here, is there some reward in getting there?
Yeah, I mean, obviously we made it tonight. Big accomplishment, but we're not finished. We still try to be together, still try to finish these last couple of games strong and put us in a position where we can, be in the post-game or postseason. And I think how we're playing right now, we're in a good place.
You're back in the starting lineup tonight, obviously. Strong fourth quarter for you. Is it hard for you to change mindsets from reserve to starter and back and forth?
Not really. I mean, it's just whatever the team needs right now. Everybody just tried to get it done, and I think I didn't even know before I got here. I see my name that I'm starting, but at the end of the day, to play with those guys is easy when I'm coming off the bench or I'm starting. So we're just competing on the highest level. We showed it tonight again, and I'm glad we got the win.
Not that 500 is the goal, but you had 2 other opportunities before this to reach 500. Was that motivating at all? Was that burning in the back of your mind a little bit?
I mean, it just feels good that we accomplished that. And I think everybody is, grateful that we got it. But like I said, it's not finished yet. We try to get these last couple of games as well, try to approach it the right way, and put us in a position where we can, be successful.
All right, that's Dennis Schroder right there. 21 points, 8 of 14 from the field, 6 assists. Anthony Davis, if you guys had a chance to listen to the pregame show, I just kind of kept emphasizing. I know Anthony Davis, sometimes he has those big nights. Other nights, you kind of scratch your head and say, hey, man, where's that superstar? Tonight, that wasn't an issue. And every one of the points that he has, you had to have it. 37, 14, 15 of 21 from the field. Still want to see him hit some of those clutch free throws, 7 of 11 from the free throw line. Here's Anthony Davis on the Lakers win.
37 points, 15 rebounds. Please disregard Brad Turner there. You had it going from start to finish tonight.
Must-win game for us. Standings, get to 500. Tough team on the other side. Play well, play fast. But we had to come out and, get this game. And we came out, all cylinders defensively, offensively, just playing extremely well. And, guys stepped up big tonight, especially Lonnie, not playing and then coming in and giving us a huge 20 off the bench, making the right plays. So, game ball definitely goes to him.
You're at 500. It's not what the franchise typically celebrates, but when you think about the grind after starting out 2-10, does that mean something?
Yeah. Got to 500 now. It's time to get on the other side. Have more wins than losses. So start Sunday. Got opportunity to be a game above 500 Sunday against a good Bulls team. We know that Pat's going to have them, wired up. So it's going to be a fun game. But, we got a chance to, to play them and go above 500 first time this year.
What does it mean for context, the context of a season to have Lonnie be a starter, fall out of the rotation? You guys are missing D'Lo tonight. He steps right in. What does it do for the group confidence and everybody you share the locker room?
True professional. All our guys, if they play or not, play a lot of minutes. start, then go to the bench, start, then don't play. You know, good energy, good vibes, no matter what. Cheering for their teammates. You know, Lonnie goes in after games. If you don't play, go to the gym, get shots. You know, constantly, you know, staying ready. And the old saying, you know, stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. So, you know, he's been locked in on his game. You know, when his number's called, and it was called tonight, and he stepped up, played well.
After the game was over, I saw you go up and you talked to him for a little while, pat him on the chest. What made you decide to do that? And
I mean, I do it. Yeah, there's no reason. I mean, you know, we don't win this game without him. You know, he comes in playing well and just, I don't know, I never been through it, you know, where I'm playing and then, you know, get benched, whatever. But, you know, I can just only imagine how it messed with the mind, you know, to be, you know, mentally strong to, you know, like, you know, Dave said, go from a starter, you know, move to the bench, don't play, then come in, play big minutes, help the team win. Like, you got to be a strong-minded individual for that. And so I just wanted to let him know, you know, in the moment, you know, how professional he is and, you know, constantly staying ready.
AD, you know, you've had these scoring runs recently, and, you know, sometimes your jumper's going, sometimes the turnaround's going, but when you're able to dunk, really, like, get in on guys and finish over them, is that a different kind of feeling when you get in that rhythm and you're really showing out with your physicality?
I just get what the game, take what the game gives me. You know, they didn't really have no rim protection, so once you get, you know, a lot of stuff at the rim, you know, they're pretty small. I want to get a lot of offensive rebounds, just crash the glass. You know, just, you know, every game is different. You know, maybe against, you know, bigger guys, you know, B, Jokic, Steven Adams, might be a jump shot game. But just reading each game, knowing the personnel, and then attacking from, you know, from each point that gives me an advantage.
PD, on that note, what usually determines whether you're scoring 30s like you did tonight versus a 20-point-plus game?
On there for me. That's it. You know, obviously, once you get a couple of bags, you start feeling good. But, you know, also guys being aggressive kind of just open up, you know, the floor for me. So, you know, obviously you want to go out and score big every night, but, you know, no matter what they score, you know, all I care about the win. So it could be 20, it could be 30, 40, 0. Zero, I'll probably get cursed out, but most importantly, we just got to go out and get wins.
I think there was a play a couple years ago when Dennis was here the first time where he like came out of nowhere diving for a loose ball. I don't know if you remember, and it was
Denver.
It was a real
Denver.
spark play. The one that he had in the second half tonight, where I think he broke up the fast break twice, and then ended up drawing a foul and kind of. Yeah.
He plays with such a good passion. He's energetic. That's how he plays, scrappy. And he saves fast break, comes back down, draw a foul like you said. So kind of another spark. Got the crowd into it. But that's Dennis. That's how he plays.
You've seen him with D-Lo out, like the load that he's had to carry. But I guess could you explain just like the amount of energy he's giving out there and just what he's pouring into these games?
He's leaving it all on the floor, and everyone is. I mean, the position that we're in, you know, you got to be able to leave it all on the floor, give 110%, and he's giving like 150. You know, he's leaving it all on the floor, laying everything out on the line for us to get a win. So, and it's contagious. You know, guys start doing it. You know, we just need him to continue to be him.
Just because you brought his name up first before we got a chance. Pat Beverly had some comments the other day about how the communication went on the defensive end here, saying there was basically, I'm paraphrasing, too many cooks in the kitchen, basically, was his messaging.
Oh, okay.
How do you look back at the Pat Beverly teammate experience?
It was great. Pat is Pat. If you don't know Pat, then you don't know Pat. You know, I think he's I expect nothing less from anything that Pat Bev said. You know, I've known him outside of basketball. You know, obviously both from the same city, but that's what he wants. You know, he has no filter. He's going to say how he feels. You know, we don't don't look too deep into it, But I love saying this. It's funny to me. I don't know. Like I said, I know him though, so it's Pat being Pat.
You guys are still in the mix. What do you think of when he was saying he wants to end your guys' playoff push?
That's fine. I mean, you come try. You come try. A lot of people have tried. We'll see Sunday. We got Sunday and Wednesday. We got one here, got one there.
All right, that's Anthony Davis right there. How about a little hype for Sunday's game, huh? Next two games, Lakers got the Chicago Bulls. Patrick Beverley doing his best to run his mouth, which always makes the game a little bit more exciting, and I like that Anthony Davis obviously playing a little bit into it as well. Okay, so let me give just a couple quick announcements here. So final score tonight, Lakers take care of the Thunder. Next game for the Lakers, it's a Sunday afternoon game against the Bulls. So it's one of those tip-offs at 12:30. Pregame show will start at 11 o'clock. So keep that one in mind for Sunday. So it's not a 6:30, one of those 6 o'clock tip-offs at Sunday night. This is an early one. 12:30 tip, 11 a.m. is the pregame show. Thank you to Michael Funches. Thank you to Wilbert Flores. Thank you to Brian Cohen. Thank you to our entire social media team, Parker, DeAndre, handling stuff in the background there. We're back on Sunday. Final score tonight, 116-111. Appreciate you all being a part of the show. I'm Alan Sliwa. This has been the Pizza Hut Lakers postgame show on 710 ESPN.
Thank you for listening to Lakers Basketball Tonight.
Lakers Basketball on ESPNLA is sponsored by Subaru of Glendale,
the #1 volume Subaru dealer in California.
Lakers Basketball. Big is back. It's bigger, it's cheesier. The Big New Yorker from Pizza Hut. Pizza Hut. Big pizza, bigger deal. $13.99 Big New Yorker, only at PizzaHut.com.
Presented by CallJacob.com. Winning matters. That's why after an accident, you have to go to CallJacob.com.